Nation, welcome to the Duza Bear Digest for Friday, June 11th, 2021. I know you'll find this hard to believe, but apparently Doug Ford has a plan to reopen the province that isn't contingent upon the whims of a magic 8-ball. And if you're in Ontario, well, stage 1 begins today. So step 1 of the reopening was contingent upon 60% of Ontario adults receiving at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, while other public health indicators continued in the right direction. This now opens up patio dining, restricted capacity openings of non-essential businesses, and capacity limited opening of other outdoor activities like zoos, landmarks, historical sites, botanical gardens, pools, and camping. So how do we get to stage 2? Well, if after 21 days Ontario reaches 70% first dose and 20% second dose, and the health indicators continue in the desired direction, then we can get haircuts, go to libraries, remember those? And even return to church in limited capacities, of course. And 21 days after that, if we get to 70 to 80% of adults in a first dose and at least 25 in a second, while the health indicators continue to trend in the desired direction, you can see the return of indoor dining, sports, malls, cinemas, and most importantly, casinos! Well, all of which can open with limited capacity. Yeah, so your patriotic duty, Ontario, is to take one for the team. Actually, take 2, and let's end this pandemic. On this day in 1509, Henry VIII of England married his brother's widow, Catherine of Aragon. In 1533, she lost her head when he met another woman. Too soon? On this day in 1837, the Broad Street riots occurred in Boston, fueled by ethnic tensions between Yankees and Irish. Before you think this was unusual, you should know that 103 riots broke out in Boston between 1700 and 1976. That's an average of one every 2.76 years. And only a few of them were baseball related. On this day in 2008, Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper made a historic official apology to Canada's First Nations in regard to abuses at Canadian residential schools. Aside from killing the penny, it was the last progressive thing Canadian Conservatives ever did. And that's today's Duza Bear Digest. See you tomorrow.